Ladies and Joan Jett. Yeah, she was quite famous for playing on these, wasn't she? This is the lovely Melody Maker. We'll come into the specs and what I love about them and what have you. But let's have a listen first, see what it does. Okay, let's do that. Yeah, pick up time. So noisy first. Let's go down here a bit. You can see what's going on. And well, I guess there's only one pickup to try. So let's try that. Well, you know, there it is. Thank you. Let's try the clean setting and onto the clean setting. We've only got one pickup, of course, this little chap here. I have got the tone knob roughly about halfway down, so... And if we turn that right the way up, you can get something a little bit... Yeah, interesting and enormously playable and very liberating. Let's have a look round. So we'll have a look at the specs and you know whatnot. Not that that won't take very long, I shouldn't think. And then I will go into why these are particularly liberating instruments. Sure, although you probably worked that out already, to be fair. So what have we got to? Well, if you have a look at the style of this, and just give me a second, that's it, so we shouldn't get any glare. So if you have a look at the style of this, this is really probably about as close as you can get to the 59 iteration of this model. I mean, let's face it, it is a little amplified canoe paddle, because there's nothing to them. I don't know, but that really is not the end of the story. The construction and fit and finish is superb. So let's have a look, starting with the head. Of course, these are done in a very, very thin natural cellulose finish, which apparently is supposed to promote that early road-worn look. But as you can tell from this, it's still... See, what happens is with these finishes, is that before very long they go very shiny, but this one's still matte, so I reckon it's not had much playing, and there's very, very little in the way. I mean, there isn't even anything on the headstock there. This is clean. Neck's a little bit shinier than the rest of it, which is probably to be expected. And you can see the wood grain through it. I think there's a little, yeah, there's a little bit of something around here. Well, that's probably more or less about it. So, nice and slim. Doesn't weigh very much at all. But I love the titchy headstock. I love those titchy headstocks with the mini button tuners. Speaking of which, there is one of these that is slightly, ever so slightly, bent, and I will give you the same advice with this as I did with that Echo 12 string. So, bent tuners are generally restricted to either the D or the G because they're at the top and they're at the bits where it'll hit the deck. So that is your. But the. I mean, really, I can't even. It's so slight. I don't think that you'd even be able to notice, particularly on this. But there is just a. I mean, a really. I don't know. Can you see? Maybe if I turn it like this. I mean, it's very. I'd replace it, but it's not just like I'd mention it, you know. So, yes, does not affect operation, but certainly it happens. It happened. So, yes, all mahogany. Mahogany neck, mahogany body, single slab. There's no maple cap or any mucking about like that. It's just a lump of wood that's been put together very nicely, is what I'd say. The scratch plate does, as I say, hark back very, very much to the 59 look, and you've just got a single wrap over tailpiece. It's not even a lightning bolt. It's just but the intonation's bang on. Well, but you know, as near as intonation can be. And if you're ever concerned about that, there's always alternatives. Either a lightning bolt bridge can be fitted, the compensated bridge, or I think you can stick one of those shallers in that got the individually intonation bridge or individually intonatable bridge saddles. But quite frankly, if it ain't broke, etc. One tone, one volume. Now, I've had one of these before, but I had the one with the Stocktail and Tunematic, and it also had a P90, as I recall. It had a P90 here, and I've never had one of these with a single coil. Very, very weirdly, I played this back to back with the Gordon Smith that I have, and the Gordon Smith is pumping loads and loads of power out. Plenty of guts there. And this, although the output is not very great, you should see a number back here. Although the output isn't very great, the tone of the thing, and this I can't get my head around at all. When you plug them in next to each, or one after the other, this absolutely cuts through like a knife. It sounds. Again, these things are subjective to my levels. It actually sounds louder, but I think that's just because it's so bright. And liberating. Well, there's only one pickup. There's two knobs, both of which I should think you're going to have flat out most of the time. And so you don't have really anything to think about. You can get on with playing. So, you know, rosewood fingerboard with little perloid or dot acrylic markers there. These cute, and I love these, the little cute button tuners. And they are brilliant. Yeah, so it's 2010, as you can see from the serial number, and they've just managed to stamp 20. They've only just managed to get 2010 into the space between the tuners there. So you can really see with these that I should think that most Gibson headstocks start out like this, and then what they do with the bigger, more more expensive versions is they tack wings onto the side of them, here and here, obviously, and that's it. But that is pretty much how they start, I reckon. And yeah, all in all, yeah, apart from that, there's really there's a couple of oh, sorry, and down that side as well. So all right, so there's a few little marks on it, but not much. But like I say, the paint finish is so thin, just the merest of usage will certainly see it worn through, which is part of the appeal for many people, I believe. So nice and light, they do not weigh much at all. You can definitely have this around your neck all night, and you'll hardly even notice it. In fact, you might even walk off stage and not know you've still got it on. So beautiful little things, great sound, dead easy to play. Let's have a look at the action. The action is precisely where it is supposed to be, which is 1.25. That's what we like, and it's, you know, all of them together. Lovely, lovely thing. And with that, I shall bid you a fond farewell. So thanks for having a look at the little Melody Maker. Beautiful, beautiful little guitar, proper rock machine. And I shall say adios, amigos. Ta-ra.